I know this is short notice. It's just I want to give Councilman Murphy the chance to come on the air and discuss his views on prison reform and drug abuse. How many times does an opportunity like that come along? I see. All right. Next year, when the councilman wants the chance to come on the air and tell everyone why he should be re-elected, he can find himself another talk show.
I take it you need a guest. Who backed out?
How about who stabbed me in the back? None other than Jon.
Oh, I see. You want me to fill in, is that?
Well, that thought had occurred to me, but really you can't.
Why not?
Because I don't think anybody can. Jon was absolutely perfect for this show before he got on his high horse. But I guess it isn't really his fault.
Well, I really wouldn't know.
I suppose I am asking too much of him, and maybe I am a bit too ambitious for him. But really, is there anything so wrong with wanting the best for someone?
You asking me or telling me?
And why doesn't he listen to me? I don't want to run his life. I don't want to change him. I just want to advise him. Why is that so hard for him to accept?
Well, I tell you the truth. I'm having a hard time accepting this whole conversation. You dragged me all the way over here from my office. You use me as a sounding board for your love life.
No, of course not. Well, I just wanted to confide in you as one friend to another.
Dorian, I happen to be a normal man with normal feelings. I mean, you're so wrapped up in yourself, you've forgotten that. No, of course not. Why are you getting so upset? All I did was ask your opinion. Well, you asked too damn much. I mean, I'm not made of stone. I mean, there's just so much of this talk about your love life I can take. I can take even less of all the times I've been forced to stand around staring at my feet while you two sing love songs at each other as if I weren't even there. I thought we had an understanding. Yeah, understanding is one thing. Having my nose rubbed in your love affairs is something else again. I was unaware of this. Why didn't you say something to me before? I'm saying it now. And there are limits to my friendship, Dorian, even if there are no limits to your insensitivity. Why should I have to say anything? You're acting as if we were still married and I had betrayed our vows. I have feelings for you, or do you enjoy raking me over the coals? No, of course I don't. Oh, good. Then don't make me a spectator observing the whole lovely thing, and don't ever again insult me by making me your confidant, okay? Am I making myself clear? Yes. Good. Good. But I can assure you the last thing I wanted to do was... You know where I stand on the subject of Jon Russell. Now, what did you want to see me about? I know that you think that I can move mountains with the wave of my fountain pen, darling, but see, getting a convicted criminal out of jail is not your everyday occurrence, so... You got Diane out of Statesville, and Jeannie is every bit as innocent as Diane. This is an entirely different situation. Jeannie's case came to trial, and a jury found her guilty. We both know how wrong juries can be. Herb, come on. Are you going to live up to your oath as an attorney and defend the cause of justice, aren't you? You don't find that just slightly ironic, do you? What? Well, I mean, here you are pushing your boyfriend to make something of himself, and at the same time you're trying to reduce me from district attorney to public defender. Isn't that, Is that what I'm doing? I had no idea. Yeah. You know, you're so concerned about the image of the men in your life, past and present. You think it's a really good idea to be divorced from a man with such a humble job? Touché. Yeah. You got me there. I don't want you to humble yourself. No. I always want you to be worthy of my love. Former love. No. Love. Period. I don't fall in love easily. When I do, it's forever. No matter how the particulars of that relationship may have changed. In other words, if I don't look good, you don't look good. Now, there's the Dorian I know I can trust. You can trust me. You can. I will never again come to you with my problems with Jon. I will never presume upon our friendship that way. Thank you. You're welcome. stop apologizing. I told you. It's going to be hard getting through this next few weeks, darling. I mean, you're bound to come up with memories of Diane.
Yes, it isn't just that.
No, I know. You always want to come off so strong and no weaknesses, but you're entitled to one or two, honey, and I'm always here for you.
That's really very sweet of you.
What are friends for?
Advice? Legal advice.
What?
Herb, I'm worried that the police may press charges against Cassie and me. After all, Diane did fall out of the window here.
Yeah. Lantano County is not contemplating bringing charges against you and Cassie.
I'm relieved. Thank you.
Yeah, Dorian, I could have told you that over the phone. I canceled an appointment with the mayor so I could rush over here. What gives?
It's just like you say, I need a friend. And since you are here, please sit down. I have a question I want to ask you.
Well, I'm here, so you might as well ask.
Judith's sudden decision to get a divorce, does that have anything to do with you? Are you saying that she didn't talk to you first before she left?
Well, of course we talk. We're friends. That's Friends, friends.
Herb, I know how to spell it. I also know that she relies on you for a lot more than just friendship. Didn't she ask your advice?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, she didn't, darling. Even if she had, I doubt I would have given it. As you very well know, divorce is up to the two people involved, nobody else.
Oh, yes. Well, that's very noble of you, very objective, very detached. Why don't I believe a word of it?
Well, you can believe anything you want. I've got some real problems to solve, okay?
Herb, why can't you just come out and admit that you're anxious for Judith to get a divorce so then she can be free to be with you?
Well, what if I am? What is it to you?
Oh, good. At last, the gloves come off. Whatever concerns you concerns me.
Well, not according to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're divorced, remember?
We were once married, remember? And although that doesn't entitle me to tell you what to do, it does entitle me to care.
So care. Just don't nudge.
Herb, I can't help it if it gives me pain that you're about to make the single worst mistake of your life.
Oh, and what might that be?
Judith Sanders.
What?
As someone who respects you deeply, I have to tell you she is all wrong for you.
Dorian, as someone who occasionally respects you deeply, keep your opinions to yourself.
Herb, I know you better than anyone.
If there's one thing I cannot stand, it is hearing you say how well you know me.
Who else can you turn to for advice?
I don't want your advice.
Well, like it or not, you're going to get it. Herb, you've got certain priorities, certain goals.
Here it comes, the gospel according to St. Dorian.
All right, I don't know everything, but I know my ex-husband. And you need a woman who isn't so wrapped up in her career and her ego that she hasn't got anything left to give you.
Yeah, first you know me, now you know Judith.
All right, it isn't that she's bad. It's just she's selfish. I mean, really, Herb, let's face it, the woman just isn't good enough for you.
You are exquisite, darling. You are truly exquisite. You call Judith selfish. My dear, never in the annals of recorded time has there been a woman more wrapped up in herself than Dorian Lord.
How dare you say that to me?
Oh, well, how dare you deny it? I spent every waking minute of that marriage ducking under the storm. And what did I ever get out of it from you but a migraine and an ulcer?
You ingrate. Why, there are men who would be on their knees, thankful for everything I have to offer.
Oh, well, that's you all right. Generosity itself.
Are you forgetting how hard I worked to get you elected as governor?
Oh, yes. You helped me so much I had to resign.
Yes, but you never would have been elected if it weren't for me.
Oh, what good is the brass ring if you have to give it back?
At least you held it in your hand for a moment.
Dorian, I didn't even make it to the inaugural ball. Don't you remember?
How could I forget? All those flowers and shrimp dip going to waste.
It was one hell of a night.
It was one hell of a marriage. And that is why I cannot bear to see you waste yourself on a
Enough
woman.
advice, okay? Okay. You make your mistakes, I'll make mine. I have to go to work.
Herb, never say I didn't tell you so.